What's going on, y'all? Today I'm doing a little tutorial of a low fade. Throughout the video, I'll just explain what I'm doing and let you know why I do things, and pretty much just show you my fading process. So starting with your trimmers, I did my first guideline, my bald line, and I'm pretty much just trying to keep it clean from the start. I right away take the bulk out just so I could keep everything clean and simple. Here I'm trying to keep the guideline pretty low so I won't lose that look of keeping it low or a drop fade. I'm just trying to contour with his head. Some people have different head shape, so it's just indicating where I want his fade to look and how I want it to come out. Coming in with my Andes Masters cordless with lever open, I'm making my second guideline like an inch, maybe half an inch above the first one, and try to keep it simple, try to keep it clean. Don't do too much, don't dig in, just flick out every time you make a guideline, just so you won't have the trouble of taking it out again. So for the blending process, what I'm doing is I'm opening up the lever all the way, and then I'll close it up and go down and close it up and go down. But pretty much you just want to follow the notches on the clipper. And right here what I'm doing, I went all the way closed, so I put the lever all the way to the top and attack that line just so it could just be a little softer, and so when I open it up a little bit more, it'll start to blend in. I pretty much just try to follow the notches. It'll help you out a lot. That's why the Andes Master is pretty much my favorite clipper to use. And if you're just starting, it'll really just help you out a lot. So at this point of his haircut, I'm going in with the one guard and lever open. Same thing as our second guideline. We had the lever open and we just kept it all straight, following through using the same size and same movement, just flicking out so you won't dig in too much and cause any bald spots or overly cut. For the blending process with the lever open and the one guard, I'm using the 1/16 guard or the 0 guard for your masters. Pretty much just play with the lever or the trigger and try not to close it all the way up and push it high. You want to attack that line, keep it pretty low. You don't want to overly cut hair, because then it'll just lose the whole look or the cleanness of the haircut. What'll define you from other barbers is the time you take to just really detail your own work. Taking out all those dark spots. Going in right now with the clipper over comb, I'm still getting used to that technique, so I pretty much just go in little by little, cutting just the tips of the hair. I'll go in with my thinning shears just to thin out those dark spots or a line or dark spot that you don't want. And pretty much using your blending shears, it'll just put the whole cut together. I'm going in with my comb throughout the whole haircut, and I really don't use any other guard like the 2 or the 3, which isn't a bad thing. You could go as high as you want with guards. It's just me personally, I don't use those guards. I feel, in my opinion, it's quicker just to use clip over comb. Plus it'll just help you keep the same shape throughout the haircut. So my client here wanted a few graphics, or 2 parts, closer to the back of his head, maybe kind of the side. I'm not sure what they're called, but for graphics, I don't have much to say. Just basically just keep a steady hand. Keeping everything clean is probably the best thing you could do. For some shear work, he didn't want to lose too much length, so all I pretty much did was point cutting. I just really added texture to his hair. He wanted a more like a crop cut type of look, so all I did was point cut and a few slices across his head. I kind of made like an X when I did slicing. Well, I think that's the term, slicing. And I did I formed an X throughout his head, and pretty much just point cut it just to add texture to the haircut. Jumping straight to his beard, basically you just want to do the same steps you did for his fade. Just do the same steps you did for the beard. If your client has a beard, you do a little taper. A taper is basically the same thing as a fade, just in a smaller version. But I did the same steps. I did the half, going with the 1, and then I pretty much just used my corners to blend in the half and the 1. I really didn't use a 1/16 guard at all. And for the razor, you just want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and pretty much just follow how his beard, or how the client wants his beard. And lineups, all I could pretty much say is, he already had his lineup pretty decent, so I just pretty much just followed through it. I just went over it one more time. For his beard, I did use enhancements a little bit. He requested it, or beforehand I cut him up like a month ago or 2 months ago, or I don't even know, probably 3 weeks or something. But we did start using enhancements, and he liked it, he enjoyed it. So pretty much all I could say with enhancements, mix it right. There's already a few enhancements out there that they already sell pre-mixed. So this is the cut. If you guys have any comments, any ways I could improve this video or my haircuts, just comment below, and honestly just let me know anything.